welcome back to It's Movie Time Pod, episode 11. Let's get right to it, introducing our homie, episode 11. Today we're going to talk about Sinners coming out. We're going to break down horror movies, but we obviously have a guest, someone who we've all just come to like love on TikTok, and he's just the coolest dude. We got Ayidan, who lives literally a state away from us. In Colorado, we're 4 hours away from you. Yeah. We should have just done this in person.
We should have. 100% should have. Yeah,
we're going to accept your invite to come stay with you. And
I'm telling you, whenever you guys are up for the drive, come hang out.
Should we rally together and see Mission Impossible in IMAX together?
Yeah, let's do it. If you guys have the largest IMAX screen, I'll drive there, and we'll.
I like that.
There. Y'all just gotta let me know. Let me know where I'm sleeping at.
You can sleep in my room. It's about 10 feet by 10 feet, but hey, I've got a comfortable bed you can sleep on. I'll sleep downstairs on the couch. It's a 10 feet by 10 feet room, but I've got a 95-inch TV on the wall, which makes it seem like I am in a movie theater at all times.
Hey, works for me.
But Aiden, introduce yourself a little bit, man. Talk a little bit about your TikTok, everything you do.
All right. What's up? I'm TankTalksFilm, or Ayidan, and I talk movies, music, entertainment. Really, most recently it's been a lot of movies, but I also read a lot, so I post about that. Lately, I've been doing what I've called Project 100. So I'm trying to watch 100 movies in theaters this year. So a lot of my TikToks have just been about all of the movies that I've been watching in theaters, along with like a bunch of new watches that I've been putting out. I've just been having a good time. I've been going live a lot recently, just talking movies, looking at people's letterboxes, hanging out.
Dude, that's sick. So Project 100, seeing 100 movies in a theater a year is tough. Last year I did 333.
Isn't that just so disrespectful of him to say? Like,
you did 333 in theaters, and you're telling me that 100 is hard? What?
Seeing 100 in theaters is so tough. Last year I did 333.
Well, first of all, I was going through a lot. Okay, it was a tough year. Okay, it was a tough year.
You did live alone in Dallas by yourself.
I lived alone in Dallas, had a long-distance girlfriend who was emotionally abusing me for months and months. Okay. And so what else am I supposed to do but go to the cinema? I saw Dune, 27 times in theaters, Jesus. Dune 2. It was a bit of it was a rough year, but no, dude, Project 100, that's cool. What are you at right now, Aiden?
28, I think.
Nice.
It's crazy because it's been mostly re-releases. Like, I haven't really watched that many new releases in theaters this year, but I've seen like a whole bunch of re-releases. Like, I call it Dancer in the Dark, The Silence of the Lambs, like a bunch of stuff in theaters this year that's just been re-releasing like crazy. Donnie Darko I saw for the first time in theaters.
When they do re-releases in your theater, are ticket prices cheaper?
It depends. So like the theater where I saw Donnie Darko, the ticket was like $5. The theater where I saw Silence of the Lambs, it was just a normal Cinemark, so I paid like normal Cinemark prices, but it was only like $9. The nicest one last year, actually, I caught both of the Spider-Verses in theaters for $1.25 a piece.
Oh, sick.
For like that kids summer movie thing where they do it for like $1.25 because they know kids are already expensive. Except I went by myself. I didn't even take my kid. So
yeah. Well, how good is Silence of the Lambs, though?
Oh, dude, it's phenomenal.
Was that your first time seeing it?
Yeah, and I caught it on the big screen, and now it is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Not to spoil, because I don't think Jax or Landon have seen
it. Yeah, I've seen it, and you're gonna hate my review. I didn't like it, and it goes back again. No. It goes back again. Me and Seth were talking about this when I watched Inglourious Bastards. It was before I really got into like actually enjoying movies and like knowing more about how they're made and like specific shots and all, like just taking everything into account. And I watched it with a bunch of friends, and we were like 20, 21. So it was just like, yeah. So I need to rewatch it because when I watched it, it didn't hit at all.
I'm telling you, The Silence of the Lambs is an art form when it comes to horror. And it's not even technically horror, but it's so good.
Yeah, and Inglourious Bastards and that would be good rewatches for you, Jax. I think Jackson's trying to watch more new movies than me this year, which obviously is a lot easier when you've only seen 948 movies.
Dude, I'm at like 1,000 something now, okay?
Which is sick. I'm at 2350, I think.
You're not either.
First of all,
I just got Letterboxd, so I don't like not just, but like I've only had it for like a little over a year. So
okay, no,
that's why I only got like I think I've only got like 400 and something logged on Letterboxd so far.
My problem is when I got Letterboxd, I was going through a tough time. It wasn't last year.
Sounds like a theme.
Like all of his stories start with I was going through a tough time.
Yeah, 90% of my stories start that way. But I like spent 3 days just going through every year and just like make like every movie I'd seen, I just put watched. And it's also tough because I gave like the majority of movies 3 stars because I was like a young film student who thought he knew better than I know now.
Which shit and give all the pretentious stuff 5 stars and everything else.
And I gave like everything 3. It's like I just rewatched Holes, right? I gave that movie 3.
Holes is such a good movie.
That movie's always been a 4.5 out of 5. That's probably one of the greatest book to film adaptations of all time.
I can get behind that.
I don't know. I mean, I read a lot. I could give you a lot of really good book to film adaptations.
Well, we're gonna have to talk books, Aiden, because I've been getting into reading more also. So
I got you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's the best. I'm just saying it's definitely like it's a great adaptation.
Oh, it is. I don't disagree at all. I'm a shit talker, so I talk.
No, it's fair. It's like just but chill out. Okay, so I'm proud of you, dude. I'm really happy for you. You're also Jackson just dropped out. I didn't kick him out.
He had to talk his crap and then he bailed.
This guy,
leaving you with that.
Looks like we're gonna have to start the podcast over.
I know.
Did it just kick me out?
Yeah, it just kicked you out. It's not like you had anything important to say, bitch.
It didn't even kick Landon out. We're on the same Wi-Fi.
No, it just kicked you out because it knew you were disrespecting me.
No, you probably kicked me out.
I didn't, dude.
Because I'm 21 movies ahead of you this year.
Oh my gosh, you're 21 movies ahead of me. Guess what? It's not a competition, except we are making it one, so it is technically. But no, let's do this. Aiden, we always ask, like, when guests come on, we always ask, like, give us your 4 favorites. Obviously, on Letterboxd, you do your 4 favorites according to movies you've seen that month. Yeah. But I'm interested, like, all-time top 4 movies, starting with, you can either start with your number 1 of all time or your number 4, but let's hear them.
All right, so we'll start at number 4. So for number 4, I'd say that it was The Secret Life of Bees, directed by Gina Rose Broadwood, the same person who directed Love and Basketball. So here's the thing, right? The Secret Life of Bees was probably one of the first movies I remember watching that like made me like viscerally emotional. I watched it for the first time when I was like, I don't know, 9 with my mom, and like the movie just made me sob. And so now, like, I've made my wife watch it. It made her cry. I've watched it, I don't even know how many times, and it still makes me cry every time. But it's such a good story that it doesn't even matter. Plus, I mean, it's got some great actresses in it. I mean, we're talking about Queen Latifah, Alicia Keys, Dakota Fanning, Jennifer Hudson. Like, the whole cast is just star-studded. And so that's going to be my number 4. I adore that movie. For number 3, we'll go with Luca Guadagnino's Call Me By Your Name, because honestly, when I tell you that is one of the most beautiful movies like I've ever watched. And I understand a lot of people hate on it because of like the age difference thing. But when you read the book, yeah, the age difference is still weird, right? It still is. Because, I mean, we're talking about Oliver's 24 and Elio's 17. It's odd. But then again, once you turn 18, who cares? And it's the summer he was turning 18. So do you, be weird. I don't care. Not my business. But the story, right? The idea of just how serious it is to yearn after somebody, and just, I mean, the way it was set and everything like that just makes it beautiful. And then I watched a Luca Guadagnino video recently where he was talking about how they were filming the peach scene. If you guys have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And Sayambu Muktapram, the cinematographer, cried in the corner while they filmed it because of how beautiful the scene was. And I think that that's just kind of like the retrospective view of how much I love that movie, because I just think that it's gorgeous.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's like one of my, one of the opinions I get flamed the most on is, and this is not to shit on your favorite movies.
I wouldn't care if you did.
Like that one, but you make a good point. Like you really do. I can't get over the age difference. I personally, and I think that's just life experience. Like, for me, it's not something I can look past. I had a really visceral reaction to it in that way. But one thing I will admit is the movie's great. Yep. Like the performances are great. Timothée Chalamet is a force in that movie, especially I think, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, I think that's really Timothée Chalamet's like first performance where it was like, oh, this dude is that dude. And that exactly in that end scene, right? When he's just sitting in front of, and if you guys have heard kind of them talk about that end scene too, where it's like, it wasn't supposed to go that way. Like they just put music on and he just listened to it and he just started crying thinking about the entire movie. And they just kept the camera on him for like 10 minutes. But it wasn't supposed to be the whole credits or anything like that. But I'm like, that's beautiful. The movie's definitely impactful. They just should have made him 18.
It's the way the book was written. And I mean, you're talking about a book that was written, in the early 2000s, late 90s, I think.
Yeah, pedophilia was good back then.
Yeah. The book is a bit older. And I think that that's part, because when I first watched the movie, I was kind of the same way, but then I read the book. And I think the book kind of changed my perspective a little bit. And that's when I was like, all right, you got me.
No, that totally makes sense. Good pick. All right. What's number 2? What are we?
It's a Wonderful Life.
No, that's number 1.
No, it's not.
What?
It is not.
I thought it was your number 1.
You led me astray. I made him the background thinking that it was number 1.
So it's fine, because currently it probably is number 1. Like, it's my favorite movie currently. But of all time, it's different. But I will explain. So the first time I watched It's a Wonderful Life, I saw it on the big screen last year. I was going through a very rough time. For those of you that have seen It's a Wonderful Life, I think that it perfectly kind of encompasses just how life can lead you in a direction and how to get back to where you're going, right? So like at the end when he's like, just remember, like, a man is never poor if he has friends, like that was just really like, man, that really good reminder, right? So It's a Wonderful Life is probably going to be one of my favorite movies of all time, like forever. It's number 2 in general, right? And then you got number 1, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is my favorite movie of all time, because The Perks of Being a Wallflower has been my favorite movie consistently since it came out. Like, I mean, since the first time I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower, I said, this movie is perfect. I love everything about this movie. I will not take any shade. I will not take any flack. If anybody talks shit about The Perks of Being a Wallflower, I'll leave this podcast right now. So, genuinely,
that movie is...
Genuinely, The Perks of Being a Wallflower is one of the most moving films I've ever watched. And I think when I watched it, I was like extremely depressed. I just switched to a new school. I was sad all the time. I couldn't figure, it felt like I was living in Charlie's body, right? And as the movie kind of went on and Charlie made friends, I think the more I watched it, the more I realized, okay, maybe I could make friends. And I did. And I think that there are times where I think that movie might have genuinely saved my life. So it'll never move from my number 1 spot.
I love that, dude.
It's like, I love that movie so much that I have We Are Infinite tattooed. It is currently the only movie tattoo I have, but like it was the first one I ever got. And I couldn't have imagined getting a different one instead. So that's why it's number 1. But you guys were right, because I have been raving nonstop on an annoying level about It's a Wonderful Life, because it is currently my favorite movie. It's just not my all-time favorite movie.
Well, I have 2 things I want to say, and then Jackson Lane can say whatever they want, but It's a Wonderful Life to your point of Perks of Being a Wallflower, the reason I love It's a Wonderful Life so much is because that movie saved my life. Like the first time I watched that movie, I was 22, and I used to write myself notes at Christmas every year. And I would write like, hey, this is hopefully what you have this year. This is what you want. And I had written so many things down that when I read the note, I just realized how deep of a hole I was in. And I put that movie on because I had just gotten the Blu-ray. And I remember, at the end, I was like, holy cow, like there is so much more to life than these things that you think you need. And just amazing. But Jaxland, I'll let you talk because I know I've been talking a lot.
Yeah, we're used to that. But it's like a good thing. Like you're like, the talker on the pod. I'm the arguer. Landon's just the quiet, funny one with the ice cream truck jokes. I've never actually seen Perks of Being a Wallflower. It's on my watch list, but I've heard great things about it. But It's a Wonderful Life, I'm pretty sure the first time I watched that movie, I was like 6, right, Land? Like mom used to make us watch that every Christmas. And as like a little kid growing up, that movie was so long and it was so boring. As like a little kid, like what's a 6 to like 12-year-old kid gonna really get from that movie? So I originally actually didn't like it at all. It was like my least favorite part of Christmas was having to watch that movie. But then the older I got, the better it got when you're able to understand the themes of a movie better. And I think, like, to your point, at the end of that movie, it's really beautiful.
It is.
No, I haven't seen 2 of your 4 favorites, so I'm gonna watch this week for you.
Which 2 have you not seen?
Call Me by Your Name and Perks of Being a Wallflower. They're 2 that I've like always had on the list, and I just like haven't done it. It's the same as like, what is it, Beautiful Boy, Seth?
Yeah.
Are you ready? And I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet.
Beautiful Boy is crushing. Well,
yeah, like it's just one of those things. I'm like, no, I'm not ready yet. And especially because I know if Seth's there, I'll probably just be crying and just looking like, don't look at
every single time me and Landon are hanging out and Jax is like visiting his girlfriend or Jax isn't there, we're like going through movies to watch, and I always go, Landon, is tonight the night? Whenever we land on Beautiful Boy, and he goes, let's keep looking, and we always find something else. But
I watched Beautiful Boy alone in my room, and it's a tough watch. It hurts. Yeah,
it does.
Is it hurt worse than My Old Ass or what?
It's like, I feel like it's a different hurt.
It's a different pain.
Yeah, because Beautiful Boy is just like something that if you know somebody who's gone through what he's going through, to like watch it on screen, it just, I don't know, it's tough. It's hard.
Yeah.
I think Beautiful Boy is more of like a 24/7 hit too, like where it is sad the entire way through.
I think for me, if I could say that a movie was like hurt the same way as Beautiful Boy, I'd say it was like Girl Interrupted. Girl Interrupted hurts me the way that Beautiful Boy hurts me. Like they hurt me about the same, in the same way.
Man, My Old Ass hurts me though, dude. I'm telling you guys, that movie, I think about that movie almost daily. Okay.
It's because go ahead, Land.
I was just say something random and say, it hurts me, and I literally have only been able to watch it once. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, when she dies, dude. I can't do it.
Landon's never watched that movie again.
After the first time, I watched parts of it, and then when I know that's coming, I turn it off. I'm like, I'm not doing this.
I've never watched that movie again for different reasons, because it sucks ass.
See, Seth, aren't you the one who... I enjoy films. Sorry that I enjoy films.
You hate movies.
I enjoy that movie. I'm glad you guys. I just think it's bad.
Hate movies.
Seth, it's okay to hate movies.
I hate movies.
It's okay. Like, it's okay for you to just not find joy in movies. That's okay.
TASM 2 is not that good, dude. I'm sorry.
It has one of the coolest Spider-Man sequences of all time.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't mean it's a great movie. Does it have
no?
Good
But
parts?
it has. But it has
I don't think
things that you
TASM
can
2 is a
enjoy.
great movie, but I think TASM 2 is a really good movie.
Thank you, Aiden. Let's kick Seth off. Aiden, you're our new third.
That's absolutely the most insane thing. I'm sorry. I like that you guys like that movie, man. That's good. It definitely has fans. I just didn't get with it, but that's just me. I was young and I didn't find it very enjoyable. I wasn't even being a pretentious film kid at that point. I just remember watching it and being like, I don't really like this too much, but I respect you guys and I love you guys. That's a great top 4 though. Thank you for sharing those with us.
Yeah,
Seth, did you see my last 2 Letterboxd watches?
Can't say I did. Tell me about them.
I'll tell you what they are. Heat.
Oh, you watched Heat finally.
I watched Heat this morning.
5-star movie.
Guess what I gave it?
If you didn't give it 5, I'm pissed.
Guess what I gave it?
4.5.
Nah, I gave it 5.
Okay, good. Yeah. That movie has the best sound design of any movie ever. I'm sorry, it does. There's no better sound design in a movie I've ever seen.
It literally, I was so upset because my guy could have gotten away with his baddie, but then he had to flip around and avenge the homies real quick, and then he got himself got. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have been in Fiji with the glowing algae, living your life.
Sometimes avenging the homies really be messing people up, man.
It really does.
It's tough. I would do that for you guys.
Let's get into the next thing because this one's probably going to take up most of our time. We're going to do a horror movie draft. Right now, I have a wheel of names. We're going to spin, and basically, the person that lands on first gets first, second, third, fourth. We're going to do a snake draft. Top 3, we have 3 picks each. So the order we have is Jax, then Aiden got second, then Landon, then me last.
Loser.
Well, I get 2 picks right in a row, so I do not care, and you can literally sug my balls, bitch. Okay, so moving forward, with all due respect, of course, Jax, you know.
Yeah.
Jax, what's your first?
My first pick, I think I'm going to end up stealing Landon's first pick also. Wait, am I go? Yeah, first pick. I'm going with Sinister.
Ooh.
As my number 1 pick.
That's a good pick.
It's a scary-ass movie.
Yeah.
Sinister's scary as fuck.
Don't know why it's so scary though. It's because the music that plays in the background.
Yeah, because the movie's not
drums and stuff. No, okay. Look, this is my thing with that movie: is once you figure out what's going on, you're like, okay, fine. But up to like where you didn't know what it was, you were like, what in the heck is going on? Like the kid's having the weird night terrors, and you're like, what is happening? And then once you figure it out, I think it's more like creepy and disturbing than like scary. I watched that like 5 times. First time we watched it at a cabin, no one around us. There was just 4 of us. Just like,
screw that.
Stupid move, but it made it fun.
I would have had to go home.
I haven't seen it.
Yep, I'm scared.
Really?
I thought I had seen it. I've just seen TikTok clips.
Yeah.
So we just figured out that was
TikTok clips.
Same thing with The Accountant. I had never seen The Accountant. That movie bangs. Sinister. I'm not watching that shit alone, though. I'll tell you what, dude.
I'll watch it with you.
Okay, we'll watch it. Because I genuinely, like, the thing about me is I ain't built for it, right? That's a good pick, Jax. Good first pick. Aiden, what do we got up number 1?
All right, so my first pick, I'm gonna go As Above, So Below.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Because that is the one. So here's the thing about me and horror movies, right? I act like a wuss. I don't want to watch the fucking movie, right? And then my wife is like, "Come on, babe, don't be a bitch. Watch the movie," right? So I say, "All right, fine, let's watch the fucking movie." And then the whole time she's like this, and I'm like, "This movie's not scary at all. What are we watching here? What is this?" Right? As Above, So Below is the first movie where I was like, turn this shit off. What is going on? I'm going to have nightmares. And then I thought I was being dramatic when I said I was going to have nightmares. You know, I was just trying to be funny, haha. No, my bitch ass actually had nightmares. I ain't watched this since. Will I watch it again eventually? Probably. But only to scare somebody else. Because that movie terrifies me.
Your children.
You know what? My daughter is 6. My daughter is 6. Her favorite movie at 3 was It. I don't know why my wife let her watch it, but it was.
Go off, Queen.
I mean, she's seen Hereditary and all sorts of stuff that I personally would never show a child.
Landon, what's your first pick in the 2025 horror draft?
Look, I'm picking this just because I don't want anyone else to pick it, and it's Alien Romulus. Because you know how much I love that movie. Oh, dude.
You haven't seen it, Aiden?
I haven't watched a single Alien movie.
Okay, don't watch any of the first ones because they kind of suck.
No, Aiden, you'll actually appreciate them. These guys don't appreciate movies.
No,
dude.
I do appreciate it. But look, Alien Romulus was the first Alien I saw too, and like it's so good to me. And then going from that to like the first Alien.
Well, the thing about you don't like old movies.
No,
that's not true. I just don't like
the technology difference and stuff, and like it's just. But like what Alien 1 is, like I appreciate it because it really is that horror thing where they're like, where is it? We don't even know what it like that sort of thing. It's a cat and
mouse game.
Yeah, Alien Romulus though, you're like, I already know what this thing is, and so it gives you a lot more of it, which is what I liked.
No, that's fair. I love Alien Romulus, so I won't talk shit on that pick at all. I will say Aliens is better than Alien for all you Alien lovers out there. Aliens is literally James Cameron is the king of sequels. Don't mess with him when it comes to sequels. He's made two of my favorite action movies in Aliens and Terminator 2, so got to give him the respect he deserves. That's a good pick, Landon.
What I'll say though, Aiden, don't watch Alien Romulus first. Watch them in order.
Watch them in order?
Except for when you get to like, look, you don't need to watch Alien Cubed, okay? Not worth it. No, it's not worth it.
You don't need to watch Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah. Prometheus is good.
Just watch all the like core Alien movies. Alien 1, Alien 2, Alien 3 isn't that good, but it's worth it because obviously it was David Fincher's first film.
And it's got is it the second one that has the famous line or that's the third one?
That's the second one.
The second one. Yeah.
The third one though has the scariest shot in any Alien movie with Sigourney Weaver. And no, but banger pick, Lan. My picks are going to be so lame, I think. My number one is definitely The Shining. That movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh, Aiden, you'd love The Shining. On a technical level, it's perfect. The things Stanley Kubrick does with sound and also the steady cam and tracking cam, that it was built for that movie. And if I'm wrong, film fans can flame me. One of the first steady cam shots of all time is Danny, the kid, riding his little bike through the hotel. Mm-hmm. And it's terrifying because they do a lot of things with sound where like he'll go on carpet. The whole movie is just quiet. There's no sound. He goes on the hardwood. It starts up and the music starts up. When he goes on the carpet again, no sound. Back on the hardwood, music, everything. And you do not know what's going to happen when he turns these corners, bruh. It's like me when I'm on I-15 about to turn off and I don't know what these hoes are doing. Okay. I just don't know. But that is my number one, Jack Nicholson. As you guys know, Jack Nicholson, my second favorite actor of all time, behind the Queen, Meryl Streep. Jackson hates Meryl Streep, so that's something.
I don't hate Meryl Streep. I just think that it's funny that she's your favorite.
Yeah, hating her is crazy.
Look, when you posted the TikTok, people were on my side.
They literally weren't.
They literally were.
They were like, no, they weren't, Jax. You need to go read those comments.
I'll go read those comments. I have the one ingrained in my mind about how Meryl Streep makes the movies lesser, which I don't agree with. But
Meryl Streep does a phenomenal job in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. She also does a phenomenal job in everything she's in because she is the greatest actor of all time. And I will not have this slander, dude. First of all, sure, Meryl Streep in Mamma Mia, is it her best performance ever? No, but it's still damn good, bruh. And you better respect her. I'm serious. I'm not doing this with you.
Look, Seth, what we need to understand here is I never said anything bad about her as a person or an actor. I just said I didn't like her in Mamma Mia.
He didn't say anything negative about Meryl Streep. I remember that one. He did say something negative about Gracie Abrams, though.
Yes. Industry plant.
That was me too.
You guys need to literally fuck off with this because I'm done with it. I'm done with you guys shit talking Gracie Abrams just to get clicks or whatever. I'm sick of it. No, she's great. and she'd be a much better actor than Harry Styles would. That is my girl.
All right, I do have to point out though, Harry Styles is not a good actor.
Exactly, he sucks ass.
I'm sorry, he's not good.
Look, I've been over this like 10 times with Seth. I didn't say, "Oh, Harry's great." I said,
I agree that Harry wouldn't have. I agree that Harry wouldn't have done what he did in "Don't Worry, Darling." He definitely doesn't seem like that kind of fellow. But
yeah, he's a nice guy. No, I just said he was fine in that movie. The movie was fine too.
Then Jax is like, he's really good in that movie for being a mediocre actor. He's really.
I hated it. I hated My Policeman. Hated it.
I hate that movie too. But if you say that to women on the internet, you're toast.
Women on the internet just like seeing gay Harry Styles because that movie fucking sucks.
That's the best line this podcast has ever had. I'll tell you what. No, we can move on because we've beaten that to death.
Yeah, we have. Can you pick your next movie, please?
My second favorite horror movie of all time would be It Follows. It Follows scared legitimately. I wasn't lying before, where I was sitting in a chair and I could not look behind me because there's one scene in that movie. Has anyone seen that movie here? Okay. All I'm going to say, for those of you who have seen it, this isn't a spoiler. It's the Frankenstein scene, which is it's the scariest shot of all time, in my personal opinion. Landon, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Barbarian.
Oh, that's a banger film.
Landon messes with Barbarian.
It's like, honestly, it was like one of the, I don't know, one of the most fun experiences I've had in the theater.
Landon loves them.
People's reactions. Dude, it was good. I don't love them. I know what you were going to say, so I'm not about that life, but it was just fun. That's all I can say about it.
I respect that. That movie rocks. That's a good pick, Land. Ayidan.
Let's see, number 2. Okay, I'm going to go with Talk to Me.
Oh, dang it. Movie for me, I was going to pick that.
That movie for me, I said, oh my God. Like I said, a lot of these movies, they don't scare me like that. But that one, I was like, man, what is going on? I hate this movie, but I love this movie. I don't want to watch this, but why can't I look away? Like when he was banging his head on the mantle, I said, why won't he stop? Why is he stuck? I was stressed out. That's definitely my number 2. That shit, oh God.
Are you excited for Bring Her Back?
Bro, I don't know. That trailer is scary. Who's next?
I'm next on this one. So my second pick, this was going to be my third pick, but I'm going to bump it up to 2 now. I have The Ring. I don't know I know Landon's seen that one. Seth, you seen that one?
Yeah.
Ayidan?
I have.
Okay. So the reason that I have that one so high on my list is because I watched it when I was 8 or 9 at my friend's birthday party. They were remodeling their basement, so all they had in the basement was a couch and a TV. And we were all there. There's like 10 of us, and we started the movie. And when the movie ended, it was just me and my friend. We were the last 2 left on the couch. I had nightmares for weeks. I had to sleep in Landon's room on the floor. It just messed me up. And I've never watched it again since that day.
That movie scared the shit out of me when I was young. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Thank you. Is it my turn again?
Yeah, it's your turn for your third pick.
So my third pick also it is more so out of nostalgia reasons. I'm picking Insidious. And the reason I picked Insidious is because my oldest brother, Dallin, forced me to watch that movie. I was 13, 14. I can't remember. I was still pretty young, but he forced me to watch that movie. I remember crying because I didn't want to watch it, and him picking me up and setting me on the couch and turning it on and forcing me to watch that movie with him. And I still think that it's a really, really solid horror movie up until you get the reveal of who the demon is, and he looks like Darth Maul with goat feet. And then it just kind of ruins it at that point.
Good pick, Jax.
Thank you.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
All right, so for number 3, I'm going to go with one that's not necessarily scary, but it's so fucking good. And I'm going with the original Scream.
Great pick.
Banger.
Oh, man. I think Ghostface is just like one of my favorite like horror movie villains, mostly because Ghostface can be anybody at any given time, and it just makes it so much more interesting. Shout out to Mikey Madison. Shouldn't have been a Ghostface killer. Great performance.
We're big Mikey Madison fans on this podcast.
I love Mikey.
The OG Scream is great, though. That's a great pick. Him.
I actually watched all of the Screams this last year with my girlfriend.
I watched them with my wife last month.
Yeah, they're really fun.
Yeah,
and they like. I feel like they just continuously like stay at the same quality level.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not one that I think maybe it was 3 that I liked the least. But they're
pretty
all
sure I called it was either 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure I called it slop.
Yeah, if it was 3, then yeah, I think I'm on the right one.
Two's good because 2's the one with Jada Pinkett, right?
I think so, yeah.
And now
no, it was 3. I called it a slop fest.
Yeah, so moving forward, Landon, what is your number 3?
My number 3 is The Descent.
Oh.
Has anyone seen it?
No, I still haven't seen it.
It's the story of these girls go on like a bachelorette trip and they want to go like cave diving, and there's some stuff in the cave. And it
sounds like I'm not watching that. I'm claustrophobic.
Oh, dude, it's so fun.
I love that. All right, so my number 3 technically should have been my number 1 because I just went to my list and I totally forgot. The Witch. The Witch.
See, that's what I was shocked that you didn't have it number 1, and that's one that I was just going to pick to piss you off. But when you didn't put it at your number 1, I was like, oh, maybe he's leaving it off the list.
Well, and then I didn't put it at number 2. You should have taken it because that would have been a great troll. The Witch is... I remember that movie scared the piss out of me. Anya Taylor-Joy's so good in that movie. I still remember the first time I watched the trailer for that movie, and it's literally just her playing peekaboo with the baby, and the baby disappears out of, off the blanket. And I remember being like, whoa, that's like a cool concept. And then I watched it many years later, and dude, Robert Eggers, he's so good. He's so good, man. And Jaron Black, he shoots the shit out of that movie. It's, should be numero uno in my book, and I apologize to the audience.
It really makes me mad about that movie.
Please tell me.
Not the movie itself. It's just we went to see it, and we were like so hyped because it was one of those places where you can order dinner and eat the dinner while you watch it. And we show up, and we hadn't eaten anything, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have any food."
But then we went to Costco, got a couple dogs in our system.
Yeah, but the vibe was just down at that
for that,
point.
Yeah, I get
the movie was so great.
Well,
nothing bad about the movie.
I love Robert Eggers. He's fantastic. Can we talk about his new movie that he's going to make?
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu would be 4 on my list. Really? I'm so heavy with Nosferatu.
Nosferatu is so good.
And I just I went and saw that. Well, we saw that together with my girlfriend, and then
in IMAX.
Yeah, and we loved it. And I was a little bit worried about.
I'm so upset I missed it in IMAX.
Yeah, you messed up on that one. But my girlfriend and I loved it, and I was worried that she wasn't going to like it that much, but she really, really liked it. And then we went and saw it with her brother and his now fiance and her sister and her boyfriend, and they were all like. I was just like watching their faces the whole time to see their reactions. And it just made it that much better. Cause I'm like, this movie bangs so hard, and just being able to watch people's reactions to that was fantastic.
The extended cut on Peacock's pretty good too.
Me and my wife watched it.
Yeah. It adds quite a bit, but no, that's good all the way around. I like that a lot. Thank you for coming to this year's horror draft. So we'll kind of wrap this up. We're going to do 2 things. First one, everyone's got to have a movie hot take. Okay. It can be anything. I know I'm putting you on the spot, and sorry, I didn't put this in the notes. I have the hottest take I think I've had yet. That's going to get me scorched on the internet. So I'll go first. My movie hot take, Avengers Infinity War, not a good movie. Just rewatched it. It's not good. No, That's so funny.
Get that garbage out of here.
Hear me out. That movie has way too many subplots that I do not care about. And I didn't realize how much I didn't care about them until I recently rewatched it. And I was like, holy cow, like the whole thing with Thor, I don't care about. Like, honestly, it might sound disrespectful. Everything that happens in Wakanda with the Vision, I just don't.
They're just definitely calling you racist now.
Oh, that's totally fine. If that is your opinion on me, you don't know me clearly, but that's fine. I just think that movie, the only reason it worked so well is because of where we were in like the Marvel timeline. But I think it doesn't work on rewatch. It's messy. It doesn't work all that well. I just did not like watching it this time. Thanos is like the biggest pull in that movie, and he's honestly not in it a whole lot. So that is my hot take. Feel free to shit on me for the next 2 minutes. Everyone's got 2 minutes of shitting on Seth.
I actually can respect it. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I don't agree with it, but like...
Oh, I disagree heavily.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
Thank you. See, I have a good reason for why I think so, right?
You do have a good reason.
I always try and... It's like when Jackson's like, Forrest Gump's not a good movie, and I go, why? And he goes, it's just not.
That one had people upset.
Yeah.
I have another one that might get people upset also.
Let's hear it. Jax, hit us with the hot take.
All right. My hot take is The Godfather should not be the second highest rated movie on the IMDb top 100 list. It's a 7 at best.
I've never seen it. So
you had me in the first half. You lost me in the second half.
We've talked about this a lot, Seth.
Go
ahead.
I don't think it should be rated as highly as it is on like the IMDb lists and stuff like that. I do agree with that. Like that's something I can give you. 7 out of 10 at best is crazy to me because that movie fundamentally on a filmmaking level, on a storytelling level is, in my opinion, again, it's all opinionated, is just so good. Like,
look, here's the thing. It is so boring. Like, it is 2 hours and 55 minutes of pure dialogue that does not capture your attention at all. It has its moments where you're like, oh, wait, this is going to get really good. Like the scene where he's in the freaking diner and he goes into the bathroom. You know what I'm talking about, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh, this is about to start popping off. That happens, immediately dies again. And then it's another 45 minutes of just like the most boring dialogue ever. And I think it's IMDb has it at a 9.2 and it's rated by like how many people? 2.1 million people have rated that movie and it has a 9.2. And I think that's disgusting.
Disgusting's crazy, dude. That's what we come back to. It's a great movie. It's pretty damn near perfect. Why is it disgusting that so many people love that movie?
I just didn't like it. I genuinely sat through it thinking the entire 2 hours and 55 minutes, I cannot wait for this to end.
It's a subjective disgusting, not an objective disgusting.
Yes.
Okay, fair. Thank you Jax, I respect you.
Sometimes you do.
Okay, who's got a hot take? Aiden, Landon, you guys got one?
Okay, I got one.
Oh, I love
the substance. Trash.
Oh my god.
Yes. Thank you, Aiden.
The substance is hot shit set on fire, wrapped in extra shit, and then thrown into the garbage can. That movie blows. I gave it a 2.5, and I was being nice. It was so bad.
Why did you like it?
Number one, who cares? Okay, great. You're old. Get over it. Move on. It happens to everybody. Did we see how Dennis Quaid looked? He clearly wasn't pretty. He should have used the substance's damn self instead of talking shit about people. All right. Now, I got a thing about watching people eat. And every time that man was on the screen, it felt like he was eating in this disgusting manner. Drove me insane. Hated it. Couldn't stand it. And then, I mean, yeah, sweet. Margot Qualley, great. We love her. But then again, Why'd she have to turn into a monster? There could have been so many other things.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, the third act of the movie, like the first two acts, I was like, all right, cool. This movie's not great, but it's good. I like it. I'm having a good time. The third act hit. I said, oh my God, dump this shit. Try it all again. I hate it.
Bro, they turned her into the Flood from Halo.
Now don't get me wrong. It's not Amelia Perez bad. It's nowhere near it. I mean, it's leaps and bounds better, but it's not a good movie. It's not good.
What do you mean? I can agree with you on the third act part. Everything else about that movie I loved. Like when Dennis Quaid is eating the shrimp and he's dipping the shrimp in the butter and just like shoving it in his mouth. It's so disgustingly good. And it just like, I love how they did that with him because it just highlighted how much of a disgusting human being he is. And it just drives home
the plot point. And for the plot point, it works. I'm not disagreeing. I just still think the movie's hot ass.
Fair. And the point that it makes, like, Seth literally texted me and was like, I'll never respect your movie opinion ever again because you gave this movie 3.5 stars. I had that movie at 4.5 stars until they turned her into the Flood from Halo. And at that point, it just turned into like the worst form.
I gave
it
a 2.5.
Yeah. The third act falls apart so heavily.
Let me rebuttal. First of all,
no, thank you.
No, thank you. At the end of the day, and Jax can tell you this, I did, when we talked about it, I was like, I respect what you're saying. I did get to the point where I was like, I respect what you're saying. My problem is, I get it if it's not your kind of movie, but like when we're talking about the third act, the whole movie is really building up to the, like, right. It's the thing it's doing is it's the body horror way of like driving your point home to an egregious extent, which is true. You're either going to be into that or you aren't. Like for me, everything when she turns into a monster, I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, they're really going, like, she's going for it. Like she is really like trying to push this heavy, but everything else that happens in the movie, I really liked. I was like, I think it builds to there. I genuinely do. I think that's where me and Jax especially differ, is like he was a huge fan of the movie up until that point. I was a huge fan of the movie, and then that happened and it worked so well for me, which I totally respect your guys' opinions on that. I was just being an asshole to Jax because it was fun to be an asshole. But no, hey, I love the way you describe why you hate it though. Hot ass is, you see a lot of hot ass in that movie too.
And I mean, also, why did Sue get super strength?
Who knows?
The way that she was throwing Granny around in that penthouse, I'm like, where did she get super strength from, bro? She's dead. Like, why? She shouldn't even be awake right now.
I don't know. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There are certain third acts that go do something extreme that I love, like Love Lies Bleeding. The third act of Love Lies Bleeding was almost the same to an extent, but I loved it.
Okay, and that's a great hot take. Landon, do you have a hot take?
So I don't know how much of a hot take it actually is, but I just watched this movie. I gave it 4.5 stars, and then I started thinking about it. And the movie's Tarzan, 1999. But without Phil Collins, that movie is mid.
I agree with that. 100%.
Without Phil Collins and without the music, it's just like, it's fine.
I can support
that. Phil Collins took it to like that level.
Phil Collins is a star of that movie.
Yeah, facts. Trash in the Camp, best song. Especially the version, though, Trash in the Camp featuring NSYNC. That's the best version. Hard. Yeah.
That is that's a good one.
So it's not really like a hot take, maybe. I don't know. I'm just like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, without that music, it's still like a good movie, but it's just not to that like level.
90s Disney kids will think it's a hot take. You're good.
Yeah, 90s Disney kids will call you like a pervert or something.
You want to know what is better than that, though? And this might not be a hot take, though, because it's gained so much popularity lately, and they just released the like documentary thing on it. But A Goofy Movie is a top 3 Disney movie of all time.
Disney animated.
Yeah, Disney animated, yeah. Honestly, it might be top 2, and it's not 2.
Respect. I don't know. My favorite Disney animated movie is Beauty and the Beast, and I stand on that heavy, 10 toes down.
It's a great great pick. That's the thing, man, is there's so many great like Disney animated movies that it's like, unless someone picks like an egregiously awful one where it's like, okay, dude, chill out.
What is an egregiously awful Disney animated movie though?
Oh, dude. Well, that's not animated. That's just like it's like the poor man's Lion King technology.
Okay. Fair. I have a question for Ayidan, because we might talk about this on another episode of the podcast, but it's the question that I asked you when we were at Taco Bell. But I wanted to get his take on it as somebody who's watching a lot of movies, big movie guy over here. If you could take any 3 directors and have them direct a trilogy series, who would the directors be? What genre of film would they direct? And what order would the directors take the movie? Like, would they take first, second, or third movie?
All right. So I'm having Spike Jonze, Richard Linklater, and Noah Baumbach do rom-coms. And I'm having Spike go first. And then that's when you get the descent into madness, because relationships don't always work the first version of a trilogy in most times. So Spike's going to do that. Noah's going to do movie number 3. And then you've got your middle. Richard's going to just bring you something beautiful like he always does for number 2.
Man, that is a great pick.
That. Seth's going to especially love that because he's a rom-com guy.
Oh, wow. I fucking love a rom-com.
It's my favorite genre of film. That is
one of rom-coms and coming of ages.
Yeah. Great pick. That's the most insightful shit anyone's ever said on this podcast.
See, I ask some good questions. Somebody put me in an interview with a director, and I'm asking him that question. Like,
that's a good
let
question.
Me talk to Ryan Coogler and see what he thinks about this, because he's been doing a lot of interviews lately, and I need to know.
Oh, dude. Also, okay, we didn't talk. This podcast is going to be a little bit longer. Sinners is going to this week.
I'm so excited for it.
I see it Wednesday night. I'm so ready.
You're seeing it Wednesday?
How?
Actually, I don't even think it's Wednesday night. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday at like 3 p.m.
Should we just drive to Denver? You're not in Denver. Should we just drive to Colorado?
Wait.
Watch it in Dolby.
Oh my gosh. It is. Oh, dude. That's amazing. I can't wait to see that movie. It's all I think about.
I am so excited to see it in 70 millimeter in California.
Yeah.
I'm like
70 millimeter IMAX, baby. We're going.
I'm so in.
Yeah, that's a W right there.
Dude, I was talking to Kirby about this today. I've never seen a director make me more interested in a movie than Ryan Coogler has for this movie. I was interested, but like the depth he's gone to like explain to both film fans and non-film fans why this movie and the formats are important and why it's important for him is so exceptional, because I think about it a lot. Like, the first time I really got into film was when Tarantino released The Hateful Eight on 70 millimeter, and he did the roadshow version of it. And I was really into it because he was passionate about it. But I was thinking about, I was like, dude, he did not care about the viewer as much as Ryan Coogler cares about the viewer, because Ryan Coogler is like, not necessarily holding your hands, but being like, hey, if you like movies in any sense, this is why this is cool and important. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
I've watched that movie or the video of him talking about the film like 4 or 5 times now. I don't know what it is, but the way that he talks about it, and like the way that you see him get excited about the like IMAX ratios, and then talking about like the 70 millimeter IMAX and how important it is. And like just the way that he talks about it is so interesting and cool. And also in the interview where the lady asked him what influences he took from other movies into this movie, and his answer being Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Crazy. Like, yeah, I'm stoked for this movie. I had it. What did I have it in my most anticipated list? 2?
Number 2.
Oh man, I can't put it above Mission Impossible, but they're like neck and neck right now.
I'm watching the Mission Impossibles for the first time right now.
So good.
Go on, gang.
Also, I saw that you gave Mission Impossible 3.5 stars.
I did.
That's crazy to me.
I did.
My girlfriend gave it the same rating, but
my highest right now is Fallout at a 4.5.
Fallout,
because he freaking cocks his fists as they're fighting.
Dude, that movie turned me. I think when Henry Cavill cocks his fist, like, man, there's something you got to imagine what those hands can do, bro. Holy shit! And you just know you're about to get a machine gun of a squirt.
This guy is crazy.
That's insane, Seth.
The things you think about are crazy, man.
Yeah, no, I'm demented. But moving on, last things last. Thanks, Ayidan. Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for chatting with us about movies. Once again, TikTok is TankTalksFilm, and then Letterboxd is TankTalksFilm. Anywhere else that people can find you, see you, plug whatever you want.
They're all TankTalksFilm. They're all the same. Instagram, X, YouTube. It's all the same shit.
Landon is Lando Pete on Letterboxd. Jax is Jax Pete on Letterboxd. I'm Saurus19 on Letterboxd. If you're wherever you're listening to this, watching this, TikTok, we are It's Movie Time Pod. Instagram, we are Movie Time Pod. And thanks for listening, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.